Donald is a tackle that I don't like. It's the type of tackles I don't like. He's one of those guys that they're physical and also fast.
He's a funny guy. He gets me laughing all the time in meetings, but he's definitely serious about football and serious about his blocking and run blocking, pass blocking. He's serious about his craft.
He can do it all. You know, he can set and pass block that speed DN, or he can go down and block that DT if he needs to.
I started playing football in the 7th grade. I always played pickup football, which was street football growing up, and I always considered myself to be a quarterback, wide receiver, running back type of kid. But throughout years, I continued to grow and got heavier. So the coach asked me, what did I want to play? I said, Coach, I want to play quarterback. He looked at me like, nah, you're going to play an offensive line. The transition coming to Texas was, probably one of the hardest things I had to deal with in my life, you know. Coming to Texas from junior college, it was no study hall. It was no mandatory lifts. So, it was time consuming here. So, being able to manage my time was one of the hardest things I had to deal with so far.
Donald really kind of thrust into this role, and I don't really think everybody really knew this guy that was just jumping in here and taking this spot, and then you start to kind of play around with it, and he continues to work hard and really do the things that you have to do when you're buying in and earning the trust of 4 other guys on an offensive line. And you can tell he's passionate about the game of football and just wanted to elevate his game as high as he could and be the best player that Donald Hawkins can be.
Bringing him in definitely stepped our offensive line play up. He's been a huge addition for these guys. Coming in, you would almost think that you would consider him a younger guy because he hadn't played with that crew, but he's definitely a veteran with those guys. He understands the game, plays hard, and he's a guy that I never have to worry about while he's over there.
He really studies you. He really tries to learn how your game is, and so he can stop you. And so he does that with all his opponents when he plays people. He studies them and makes sure that he finds their weaknesses and he exploits it.
He absorbs your bull rushes, or he can just throw you by, or just like any swim move like that or anything like that. He's gonna push you out the way. He's a physical guy, and he's a good tackle.
It's kind of a guy that people look up to, and when Case or whoever needs time in that pocket, that's the guy that they look towards. And he's been improving every game.
A great guy on and off the field. He's able to handle his business, and he does it with passion. So.
It's being aggressive. Every player want to be aggressive. So being able to slam someone to the ground is, it's probably one of the most enjoyable things. A winner, a competitor, a guy that always had a chip on his shoulder. He played every down, has his last, and he was always out to prove people wrong.